I want to wait a second. Huh? My camera says off here. Now my camera says live. Hi, everybody. It's me, your favorite natural hair host, Kanisha Hudson of Urbanbella Brands. We're back. We're back and we're live. Tonight, we're going to do our usual. Let's start with a basic housekeeping. We're doing natural hair demo tonight. Interesting situation with the model. This is real world stuff tonight we're going to show you. What to do when you don't have time to wash your hair. Got that. Tonight we're going to do Q&A from our customers from all over the globe. There are a lot of you out there who watch the show. Thank you for posting comments. Thank you for calling into the salon here in Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you for emailing us, posting on Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. Thank you so much. We're going to take your questions tonight, and we're going to answer them live on the show. If you have questions about natural hair care, about me, the team, anything, tweet us at urbanbella_curl. Facebook us at Urbanbella, the curly, kinky, wavy hair apothecary. Email us at info@urbanbella.net. Call us at 404-255-5022. And my favorite way for you all to communicate, right here in the video comments. Put your comments here. I love reading them. I get an email as soon as you email me, so I email you back. All right? So let me quickly cover my team. Always we're grateful to Atlanta Natural Hair Care for coming in and moderating the comments right here, as I was told. That's where they actually are. Is that no over here? I'm sorry. Comments are here, good people. Yeah, that makes more sense even as I look at the camera. Put your comments here. Atlanta Natural Hair Care is going to answer them. They also put in the notes of what I'm saying, so that helps a lot. I should probably look at the camera. They put in the notes. If you need to see the written version of what I'm saying, I tend to talk very fast. Yes, I'm a Southerner. People don't seem to know that. This is my hometown here in the South, but I don't have a Southern accent. So, you know, I talk fast too. Producer, Mr. Gerard Hudson, is producing as always. Thank you very much. Woo woo. Shauna Thomas Maffitt, also known as Hands McGee, is on the ones and twos. That's the blow and the dryer, people, in hair world. Our beautiful model, Miah, is in the house tonight. So Miah, we'll tell you more about her story when she's actually in front of the camera. She had a normal situation that people always have. Running late, running tight. What can I do to look good very quickly? That was the situation tonight. And real quickly, Atlanta Natural Hair Care, our representative from there tonight is Miss Elaine Truesdale. Thank you, Elaine. All right, let's jump right in. So tonight, y'all, it's a little bit different. Just Q&A. I'm just going to answer some questions. Of course, when we're here in the salon, we always get a lot of questions. Always. So let me back up. Event. The hair thinning event has been postponed. I will circle back around to you all and tell you when we're going to do it again. It was scheduled for this Sunday, October 25th. However, we're not able to actually pull that off just yet. It will happen. We're excited to do it, and we'll keep you posted when we get to that. The question. So obviously here in the salon, we meet tens of thousands of women every year, lots of them. And when you all come in, you have lots of great questions. And for us, sometimes we get just so used to answering the questions or doing the consultation or doing the hair, we don't remember to keep a bank of all the questions that come to us. And then really, we don't remember to go back and share. We just answer your questions as you put them in front of us. But tonight I want to kind of help out a bit, give a little more information on some of the things that come our way. So we'll just fire off a couple of these. So my first question comes from Aaliyah in Cambridge, Massachusetts. She asked, how does protein help my natural hair? Okay, so if you all remember, we talked about, we had an episode specific to porosity. When you are wearing your hair natural, you really are just getting to see how your hair truly is without, you know, running a hot iron or a hot blow dryer through it, which can make the hair look a lot silkier, a lot smoother, a lot shinier, and can kind of mask it to look healthier and stronger than what it is. But what happens with protein on hair that's porous, And there are varying degrees of porosity. Definitely check out that video. We'll link it here if you need to review the porosity session. Protein fills in the voids that naturally occur in hair, okay? When you're filling in those voids, you're strengthening the hair. You're reducing breakage. You are helping improve, basic things, how the hair looks, shine, all of those wonderful things. So it's important that you use protein, but it's important that you use it in moderation. You don't want to use a heavy, serious protein every single week. You really want to we recommend doing a protein treatment maybe about 4 times a year if you have no color and all you are 100% natural. And even with that, I have to be specific and say a non-straight natural. If you are a blow dry natural, you need a different plan and program. So I'm just simply saying every quarter, get your hair trimmed every time the season changes and get a protein treatment and a steam treatment at the same time. Right now, we are a huge fan of our coconut protein treatment we're using here in the salon. The reason why it's coconut based is because the coconut helps you maintain and keep and hold on to your protein. And the hair just gets wear down and withered away, sleeping on, cotton and hair wraps and brushing and combing. And if you flat iron or blow dry here and there, that's just a natural part of the process. Okay. So Aaliyah, I hope that helps you understand whether or not protein helps your natural hair. If you have color treated hair, we recommend getting a protein treatment every time you get color, and then even maintaining that probably on maybe every 60 days. So maybe twice as much as a 100% natural versus a natural who may have color or things of that nature. Okay. So our next question comes from Michelle in Grand Blanc, Michigan, Grand Blanc, Michigan. I hope I'm saying that right. It says, should I sleep on a satin bonnet or a satin pillowcase? Well, Michelle, it really it's personal preference. We here at Urbanbella are bigger fans of the pillowcase because it tends to be silky and smooth on the outside, where bonnets tend to be silky and smooth. I'm sorry. A pillowcase is silky and smooth where you lay your head. Bonnets actually have some kind of texture to the inside, rubbing against your texture treated hair. If you prefer the bonnet because it works better for your look, just make sure you put the silky side of the bonnet on your side of the hair. Keeping in mind that bonnets weren't made originally to protect hair in the sense of, how we do satin pillowcases and satin bonnets. We do them to hold on to moisture. They were designed to hold in rollers or just kind of be something a woman put on her head to protect her look at night, not necessarily to maintain moisture. Cotton absorbs everything it touches: water, oil, moisture, anything. It's an absorber. The satin is not going to absorb, satin or silk is not going to absorb as much. One thing that's come up here in the salon a couple of times is whether or not satin is, which is better, satin or silk. I don't have a preference. I take that back. I do. I prefer the silk. I prefer the satin. It's cheaper. But the other thing too is that even with silk, sometimes you can have a little bit too much texture, a little bit too much rubbing up against. Satin scarves are fine. Just make sure your hair is touching the silkiest, smoothest part. Okay. So hopefully that helps with that. All right. How do I keep my hair moisturized during the week? This question comes from Shauna in Grovetown, Georgia. Okay, Shauna. So how do we recommend? We recommend, first things first, you want to use products that give your hair moisture. It's difficult to manage and maintain moisture during the week if you're not starting from a moisturized and hydrated place. Start with non-lather cleanser by Urbanbella, making sure that you're maximizing your moisture in your cleansing process. Then hydrating conditioner. You really want to make sure that you're not being over silicone and coating the hair too much in the shampoo conditioning process. It's fine in your styling piece. It helps styling aids perform well. But when you're shampooing and conditioning, you really don't need that part. Style your hair as you normally would like. So if you're doing a 2-strand twist and it's a twist out, it's a good idea to go back, retwist at some point in time during the week with a moisturizing cream or a butter to help hold on to moisture. If you're more of a wash and go person, take a little bit of moisturizer in your hands. We are fans of we're fans of our hydrating moisturizing cream here, and we're fans of our hair shine butter. And if our producer would grab those two for me, I'll just show them, just to show what we recommend weekly to our clients. So we take a little bit of those two, rub them in our hands, and we just scrunch the ends and the moisturizing cream. Those two, along with the satin pillowcase or smooth side of a satin bonnet, is going to help you keep more moisture in your hair. And the more moisture you keep in your hair, the better your style is going to look. It's going to last longer. Your hair will hold on to that elasticity. And those are things that are really, really helpful to you. Okay, so these are the two products. And I know you're in Grovetown, so I don't know if you've had a chance to visit our salon, but whenever we're styling a guest, we mix these two, mostly the butter, because the butter has no water in it. The moisturizing cream does have water in it. I'm sorry, I can clearly see that that's hard to see. That should be a little bit better. And this is the shine butter. All right, it's kind of the shine butter. You know what? I got to YouTube that. Can you see it now? There we go. Perfect. Thank you. All right. So those are the two products that we use to maintain moisture. And it really depends on preference. Butters are always our butter in particular helps to condition the hair for the long term. So it's sealing moisture. So that's another key thing as well. Seal in your moisture. When you're styling your hair, you can also put this on before you start styling. I'm sorry. See that? Put this on before you start styling your hair. Okay? If you put that on before you start styling, you're sealing in the water, and then you're putting the styling aid on top. So that should help as well. Okay. All right. And then, all right. What's my next question? Okay. This question comes from Rainier in London. And Rainier watches our show on YouTube, and she just has a lot of questions. She has a friend here who lives in the metro Atlanta area, and she's just trying to get some help with her natural hair. So she wants to know, how can she make her wash and go more volumized? Well, number one, starting with the right product for your hair. You absolutely will get a more volumized wash and go using a cream-based product. As an example, the Urbanbella number 10 Stretch, Twist, and Curl Cream. So if our producer will hand me that jar, I'll show you that as well. Creams, or Hands McGee, anybody's fine. Thank you, Hands. So when our clients come in, and our clients are a very diverse group. We have some who are, that's the Stretch, Twist, and Curl Cream. You see that it's creamy, it's white. This is exactly what it looks like when it comes out of the jar. A product like that is going to give you a bigger, fluffier curl. So start with the right product. Now, other two products that you'll see us use a lot that are obviously some go-tos for us are Gel and 54 Define Gel. Those two particular products are gels, and gels tend to hold the hair down more. Your style lasts longer with that if you are not looking for big hair. You're going to get longer lasting definition with gels, but not as big. It takes more days to get to big hair. Another thing as well is that we'll take a pic. So tonight when Shauna comes over to style Miah, notice I'll remind her to show you how to volumize your hair at the root to get more lift and fly with your curl. Also, start your styling maybe about a ½ inch from the root. Don't apply your product from root to tip. Maybe come about here to here, and you get more volume in the hair. Okay, so we're getting close to that halfway marker, and we are about ready. Let's check on our model really quick. How are we looking, Vicky? 2 minutes. Okay, so our model needs about 2 more minutes, and I think I have 2 more questions, but I have time for one more. This one, I currently use the Urbanbella gel in the pink. This comes from Sam here in Atlanta. He or she says, I currently use the Urbanbella gel in the pink bottle. Let's clarify what that is. That's the number 54 hair gel. Shauna, can you? Yeah. Thanks, hands. It says, can I mix it with other Urbanbella products like the pink jar, the moisture cream? Absolutely, you can. This particular gel is very, very flexible. It will give you the freedom to use this first and then even use our styling cream. Y'all, I feel very backwards in this camera. Okay. You can mix these two together, which we used to do before we had Cragel. And that's actually how Cragel was born. McGee had to remind me of that. And to be honest with you, Cragel is a product that came about because we were mixing something else together. So yes, you can mix it. The moisturizers are designed to work with any of the products, any of them at all. So feel free to do that. What we typically recommend is layering before you, instead of just cocktailing in your hand. Feel free to try both. Post and tell us how it works out, Sam. We'd love to hear from you. But mix those two. We recommend maybe putting the gel on first and then putting on the styling cream, or putting on the cream first and then the gel on top to hold it. Doesn't matter what order you do it in, but you will find the results do differ. You get something different. How much you use matters as well. If you tend to prefer to use, like if you like a lot of heavy hold, you want to be heavier with the gel and lighter with the cream. If you like more of a soft finish, you want to be heavier with the cream and lighter with the gel. But definitely let us know how it goes and post it on Facebook. We love to see how it turns out for you. All right, and our model and Shauna are going to come over, and I'll still answer this last question. Somebody wants to know, they've been twisting their hair with pink moisturizer. How can I get my twist set to look good on day 2? Chuck the pink moisturizer. We can start with that. Well, seriously, you're going to need something with more hold. I'll elaborate on that more. In fact, we are looking at a flat twist set tonight. So again, our model is Miah. Shauna is the stylist. And I'll tell a little bit about the story this evening and explain the style we chose. Oh, this looks pretty too. All right, so you guys have a seat. I'll stand over here. Oh yeah, have a seat. I'm sorry. All right. Comfy?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, keep rocking. Okay, so Shauna's going to, do you want me to tell the background or why we chose style? Or
yeah, you tell background.
So, as you all know, normally when we're working with a model, we have the model come in, we shampoo, condition, detangle, the whole 9 yards. Okay, well, let's deal in reality. Sometimes that's not possible. And that's not always possible in your real world either. So tonight, our model Miah had to work late. And if you know anything about Atlanta, we have some of the worst traffic, and it just ain't gonna ever let up. It's getting worse by the day. So today unfortunately, we didn't have our full prep time. We had to think of something a little quicker. So while Sean and I were here, we were brainstorming, okay, what could we do to shorten the process and still be on time for the show tonight? And we said, why don't we work with a dry style? That's a very normal thing. Naturals, we always have to pull off looking great without always having the opportunity to fully shampoo, condition, style, detangle the whole gamut. All right. So we decided that we would look at how her hair was when it came in, see what product she had on it. She came in with her hair already blown out, dry, in a straight style. So what we did, we said, all right, let's dry twist her, flat twist her to give her to refresh or freshen up her look. This is excellent if you have to stretch a style. Please don't do it. But if you have to stretch something into week 2, this is a great way to go. I could take this bushy, not styled fro situation and flat twisted dry. Sit under the dryer. I think we did about 30 minutes of dry time, 30, 40 minutes.
30.
Okay, 30 minutes, not quite 40, but 30. Closer to 30, less than 40. And I could pull that off. It took Shauna maybe half an hour, 45 minutes to set it. So we were able to quickly go in and refresh and give her a textured style. This is also great if you wear your hair blown out and that's your normal style and you need something and you only go in and get your hair done every 2 weeks. If you're one of those naturals and you're like, I don't maintain my hair and I wear it straight, but week 2 it's not as polished, you can do this look. And in fact, we're going to spin her around, Shauna, just so the audience can see you taking it down. In fact, you all switch gears because they actually can only see the front of her. Thank you. So this is, okay, great. So this is an excellent way to extend the style out, look great before you go out. It's time to go. You don't have time for a full wash. New Year's Eve is coming. The parties are starting, people. The holidays are coming. This is the flat twist, dry flat twist is for sure one of my go-to looks. It's my New Year's Eve look. I get it blown out, get it twisted, take it loose on the way to the restaurant or party wherever we're going. Now the product, y'all already know, the infamous Cragel. We can't help but talk about it. But that's the product that we use tonight. Again, excited to show you how versatile Cragel is. Of course, you all know I wear it as a wash and go religiously. We can't keep enough on the shelves around here. Even the fellas use it. Gerard loves it. Everybody loves Cragel. It is the product that gives our guests a lot of shine, long-lasting style, everything. So while we're chatting it up, Miah, tell us about your natural. Oh, make sure you all check out her spotlight that I sent out to you all this afternoon. Learn a little bit more about her natural hair journey, a little more about her. But for those of you who have not seen the spotlight, are you comfortable talking about Kim?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Tell everybody about you and your natural hair journey. I know you said 3 years in. Go ahead.
Yeah, about 3 years in. Coming up January, it'll be about 3 years in. I transitioned for 2 years.
Okay.
I did a lot of protective styles. I wore a lot of buns, braids, until I was able to cut all the rest of my perm hair off. And I really am on the go a lot. I really am kind of lazy with my hair, honestly. I do a lot of just wash and goes and updos and things like that if I don't have time to really style it. But my favorite is, I've never done a flat twist out before.
Okay.
But I like when I do a regular twist out, it tends to be kind of puffy at the roots and the definitions at the end. But I like how the definition is all the way, I'm backwards. It's all the way through the length of my hair, and I really like that.
Anything you can share, Shauna, with folks about the difference between flat twist outs and twist outs that gives that? Because I find that we tend to we like both, but when we do tend to lean to the flat twist out for some reason in particular. Is it for more volume? What is it?
Well, a few differences there. Yes, a flat twist definitely does give off a more volumized look, whereas the individual two-strand tends to give more of an elongated look. So there, just depending on, what you're looking for. And if you have hair that is, let's say if you're transitioning, if you have hair where you might have some straight ends, either due to pressing or if you still maybe have some relaxed ends, a flat twist, because it is much tighter, it is going to help to really capture the hair, really kind of pull it in and give you more definition. Whereas if you are doing a two-strand twist, if you ever notice that you two-strand and then it kind of loosens up, the definition, you're losing some of the definition there. So if you're not fully textured, then the curl pattern tends to come out a little flatter.
With a flat twist?
With a regular two-strand, individual two-strand.
Gotcha. And I find we have a question, we're going to go to that. But one thing I find is that the flat twist, I find to be more universally successful for clients. So if you're not sure what direction to go in, go with the flat twist set. And I know a lot of times people feel like, oh, my flat twists aren't pretty when I set them. They don't look like what Shauna just said. But they don't have to look like that to come out nice enough. And by nice enough, meaning no one's going to know. They're not going to judge you. Don't even worry about it. They're going to be too busy asking you where to get your hair done to notice that, oh, your parting isn't quite right. So that kind of stuff. I mean, I can tell you my flat twists look hideous when I set them, but I would absolutely wear them out. And on the month of January, I tend to wear flat twists for quite some time, and I do them myself. And they look great twisted out. They look terrible when I'm putting them in. Okay, so we got a question.
Yes, what hair type is our model, and talk a little bit about the condition of her hair when she came in today.
Gotcha. So because we did not shampoo our model and she came in with our hair straight, it's a little difficult for us tonight to give that answer to you. Do you happen to know your hair type?
I'm about a 4A, 4B
Okay.
for the majority of my head, but in the front, I'm a little bit looser.
Okay.
More like a 3C.
Okay, perfect. Hair condition. Tell us a little bit more about your hair condition. And normally, just to explain to the audience at home, we usually assess all of these things in the shampoo, conditioning, consulting process. But tonight, we skipped all of that part just so that you all know. So we're going to have her tell us everything about her hair. Go right ahead.
As far as like moisture.
Yeah, how do you feel about your hair condition overall? Moisture level and your ends, things of that nature. Are you having any challenges you want to share with the audience?
My ends, I just recently, when I did get it straightened, I just recently got a trim. My ends were very rough.
Okay.
I think it played a big role in getting a lot of tangles and single strand knots and things like that.
Okay.
So that's part of the reason I got it straightened, so I could get a nice even trim. Okay. And I keep a lot of conditioner in my hair. Generally, I do a lot of wash and goes, like I said, and I do my wash and goes with conditioner. Okay. So I try to keep my hair really moisturized, especially with winter coming up, because I can't stand when my hair is super dry. Mm-hmm. But as far as like my detangling and everything, as long as I keep my hair moisturized and I do the maintenance, like the weekly, 2 weekly wash and all that, it's pretty easy to maintain for me, well, in my opinion, just as far as washing and detangling. If I keep up the maintenance, if I don't, then that's when the issues start to come in, like waiting that long for a trim. Yeah.
Yes. Oh God, yes. Please trim your hair. And I'm talking, and somebody was like, "You need a trim." I was like, "No, I'm good. I'm good." But yes, the more often you trim your hair, and by trim we don't mean go in and hack it off, but if you could trim your hair at least 2 times a year, you could be fine. Some people, depending on what you do, if you wear your hair straight, any of those things, you absolutely have to do it at least 4 times a year. And a trim, we're talking a 1/2 inch. We're not talking anything major. We're not talking major length. We're talking a total of 2 inches, 1 to 2 inches over the course of a year. That's just the rough stuff you want to take off so that it looks great. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the last few minutes of our show tonight. I want to just re-emphasize again, October 25th, our thinning workshop has been postponed. We will post and send you more official information when that's back on track again. If there are any final questions, please post them to our comments section over here. Yeah, over there. Maybe I should stand up and do the show. One last thing, I'm going to have Shauna show how to get a little bit of volume in the hair, just briefly at the top by giving the hair a little bit of lifting. This is the pick we use, nice and old school, y'all. That's what we use here in the salon. We prefer the metal tooth combs because they reduce frizz and all of that. You're less likely to have static. You don't use your fingers. And so she'll do that. And again, so our next show, let me tell you the next episode, everybody, is going to be November the 5th. So join us live November the 5th at 7 p.m. and post your comments below. Tell us what topics you're interested in hearing and talking about. And we will cover those issues, cover those questions, all of that stuff. And we thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Thank you again to our wonderful crew. Thank you, everybody. So thank you to our wonderful crew. And thank you to our beautiful model. And we will ask our model to share and post pictures of her hair over the next few days so you can see how it evolves. Because when we do it fresh, of course, that's always great. But what it looks like a couple of days later to us really tells the story. Again, if you have any questions, definitely call us here, 404-255-5022. I have not taken down the Cragel coupon, y'all. It's been taking me forever. Take advantage of it while it's still there. Somebody called the other day to place an order. They're like, can I still use the coupon? Yes, you can, because I have not turned it off yet. Capital C-R-E, capital C, capital R, capital E, capital G, capital E, capital L, Cragel. Just put it in the coupon code if you like Cragel. And the shampoo conditioner duo, take advantage of that. $29.50 on the website. Obviously, if you pop in here in the salon, we're happy to honor any of those coupons or discounts as long as they're still up and running on the website. And we look forward to seeing you all. In the salon also, protein treatments are still going on. We're still doing that at a really special rate. We're doing them. They're just 20 versus your normal steams are 15. This is just 20 to get this one instead. And it's giving folks a lot of shine, a lot of moisture, and transforming heads, y'all. Okay, so we look forward to seeing you guys. Thank you so much for joining us and tuning in. Call us if you need us. Good night. And take a look at our beautiful model before we're done. And thank you, Miah.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure.
Oops. I'm sorry, I'm trying to give you a little more footage. All right.